Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven. A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at uenradio.com.
Welcome to It's Time to Talk. I'm April.
And I'm Deidre. Happy Saturday, everyone.
Happy Saturday. We're laughing because we just, got some little happenings going on in the studio.
I know, right? But we'll get through.
Pre-show. So
yeah, we're good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's funny.
Good. How are you, April?
I'm getting better. It's a process. We have to mention how we lost our cousin.
We did.
This past Sunday. Her name... Shanera Forrest, and she's 46 years old when she passed.
So young and beautiful.
And just a wonderful woman. I mean, sweet soul, and just one of my favorite cousins.
Yes.
I think she was everyone's favorite cousin.
Exactly.
To be honest with you,
she has such a great energy, loving spirit, kind, just would do anything, give to anyone. Just really took care of people, and just had a beautiful heart. I loved her laugh. She has such a cute, just a youthful, cute, young laugh that it was contagious. Make you laugh and just be happy to be around her. She's a person. Some people's energy when you encounter them, you feel a certain way, you get a certain vibe. Well, it was always wonderful being around Shanera. And,
always wonderful. I mean, I just have the fondest memories of her growing up, and then of course. If you are a loyal listener and I have talked about more than once Ralph Tresvant and my love for him when I was growing up and how just through serendipity, that's all I can say. Right. He put me in his song. He, Shanera and I went to a concert and she, lo and behold, I won't say the whole story again. She's responsible for him putting my name in one of his songs, which was just awesome.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, it's just.
We're going to miss her.
I'm going to miss her so much.
Crazy.
She passed away, unfortunately, from stage 4 breast cancer, which she had been battling for 8 years.
Well, and that's the whole thing. People that know my story, that I'm a survivor, breast cancer survivor, and Shanera and I were diagnosed in that same year, 2009. And by the grace of God, mine was caught at an early stage, so, I've been able to overcome it. But our dear Shanera, unfortunately, she fought and fought and fought this whole time, and and the Lord just took her home. But but we will celebrate her life.
We are celebrating her life.
We will celebrate the time that she was here with us. And I just beyond things like just our situation. There's so many people out there who have lost loved ones, things like that. But it's when you think about the bigger scheme. At least I do. I think about in terms of God and how we're His children.
Yes.
And I think about this is the way I process it sometimes. I'm like, I have children, and I want them with me. So God, if we're His children, He wants us with Him too. That's why we all have that day and time where we're born and then we're gone, but we go back to Him. So I find comfort in that because I know one day I'm going to go back to my Father, my Creator. And knowing that our spirit still lives, we are still alive. This physical body that we're in is just a shell. Yeah. It's not the end. Right. There is such more beyond. Our cousin Shanera is not suffering.
Not at all.
She's full of light and love and happiness right now.
And I find comfort in just knowing, we haven't had many people in our family pass away, but when they have, for some reason, and I'm open to it and it doesn't freak me out, I'll get a message about them shortly after they pass. And I mean, it happened with my Uncle Mike. It happened with my grandma, with our grandma and our grandfather. I've gotten messages each time someone has passed away. And the same with Shanera. Just recently I got a message from her. So I find comfort in that. And this is not just I had a dream or just something that's fleeting. I mean, this is like a real visceral message that I just thank God. And I thanked her for just sending the message through me. Oh, even though it's, it just feels like it's unreal. Yeah, that it even happened. I posted. I feel numb. It was just like I cannot believe it. And it's just like I don't know. It just and then it sinks in, of course, over time because you never see that person again. But I just told her. I said, kiss our loved ones up there. Our grandmother, our grandfather, and our cousin Brenda, and our Uncle Mike. Because life for us goes on. It does. It does. She's soaring. They're happy and free of pain and free of anguish and all that heart-wrenching beautiful things, children. The heart-wrenching things she was going through. Yeah, she has beautiful children and her mom and just, all of us. So anyway, so we're just, celebrating. Yeah, and we're dedicating the show to her. Absolutely. Today. Absolutely. So definitely. So you know what? In the midst of all that news, we did get some great news this morning from Tony Sweet, who is the CEO, owner of UBN Radio. He let us know that It's Time to Talk is now a part of the iHeart family. Yay! Yay! You will now, not exactly today, but I think it takes about 48 hours. 48 hours, and you'll be able to download our podcast now on iHeartRadio. Because we're already on iTunes. You can find us there, as you know, and Spreaker. And now we are part of the iHeartRadio family. So, yay. Yes. Yeah, so many more people can find us, which is great. Absolutely. So help spread the word. If you enjoy what you hear, you enjoy the show, please let someone else know. We really appreciate that. And we have a wonderful listener. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Sheila. Thank you for listening. She said, woohoo, look at God. So happy for you guys. Thank you, love. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much. Yay. So we have an awesome guest coming up today. I mean, reading this young lady's bio. Oh, my gosh. You would think she's like 50. Right. That's what I'm like. She's so young. I'm like, and you know what, April? We keep getting guests that have these major accomplishments that usually take a lifetime. Make me question my own value. I'm like, what should I be doing? I think I need to get up a little earlier. Something's going on. Get up a little earlier. That'll do it. What is going on? Well, we have Dionna Chambers here in the house, and we're just going to go grab her after the break. But she's a host. She's a model, as well as a dancer. She was a cheerleader for the San Francisco 49ers. Yes. On the field, doing her thing. So right when we come back from the break, we are going to talk to her. So please stay tuned.
Speak Your Week will guide you through the process of using the power of your thoughts and words to create more positivity and success in your life, day to day and week to week. Written by It's Time to Talk's own host, April Jordan. This dynamic book will remind you of the powerful person you really are and how to use that power to create the life that you want. Want better health, success, abundance, love, and more. Within the chapters, you will discover the kind of thoughts, emotions, and words you should be speaking about the things that matter to you most. Also, included in this book are affirmations to speak each day of the week. When spoken in daily succession, these affirmations gain momentum and can help you on your journey towards the life of your dreams. There's no other way around having the life that you want. It all starts with you. Get ready to speak your week. Available for download at Amazon.com.
everybody. Welcome back to It's Time to Talk. As I said, we have Dionna Chambers in the house. Please welcome her to our show.
Yeah. Welcome,
Look
Dionna.
at this beautiful young lady with all this beautiful hair.
Right?
Okay.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
She's like, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yes, it is, but it's gorgeous. It's
yes.
beautiful.
Just
I
like
love
you.
that you are doing you, honey.
Yes.
Yes.
Natural movement.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's exactly. That's
There
what
you
I was going
go.
to mention earlier. I love it. I love that we're all doing that now. Like
Definitely.
embracing our
Yeah.
beauty, our
Yeah.
own
Yes.
individuality, you know?
And I feel like it's great because other races too are like jumping on the
Oh, I
bandwagon.
know.
It's
It,
wonderful.
yeah, it's
Yes.
a trip. And it's funny
Yes.
because it just reminded me of when we met you, when we saw you, we were at an event and you were the host. And she was just giving out all kind of fabulous, you guys, at
Right.
this event. And she hosted this event, and it was millennials, correct? Or young women that
Yeah,
had...
definitely millennials.
Okay, millenniums, I said. Millennials. We're all 2000s.
I know, right?
Millennials that had their own businesses,
Yeah.
correct? And you were the host of that event. Now, who put that event together? Well, who put you in charge of that event? How did you become the host?
So it was sponsored by Chic, and it was for Rihanna's new collection, the launch. And Day is his name. Day Bogan, I believe you pronounce it. He was the event producer, and so he reached out to me, and then also I connected him with another girl who's a friend of mine who's on the panel. She's a inspirational fitness personality,
Yeah.
and she's killing it. And so I put her on, and then when I came there, I realized that one of the other girls I've known for 10 years, I met her at UCLA.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
which is an interesting story because we are both two of 96 African Americans that actually were part of the freshman class of UCLA.
Wow.
And it was a big
Wow.
sort of scandal because there's 4,000 freshmen that come in every
Right,
year.
so that,
give or take.
okay, that, you're a part of that, huh?
Okay.
And it's
Okay, I
the top
remember that.
university.
Two of 96
I
out of
remember that.
4,000?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember
So, I
that.
mean, obviously more were admitted or more were
Uh-huh.
accepted, I should
Of
say.
course.
But
Yeah.
the fact that 2 of 96, we're 2 of 96.
Right.
And, I want to say the stat was like 30 to 40% of those people were athletes. And as you know, not to say that like they just got in with like C's,
Yeah.
but they
Right.
didn't have, it's no matter what anyone says, I don't want to finish what I'm going to finish. But
Right.
let's just say, we were probably held to a little more rigorous requirements to get in.
Right.
Right.
And I think that was also part of the frustration within our group was that we felt like, okay, yes, they're included because they're African American, but they're not really because the standards are different. And and it is what it is because they have a special skill that we don't have.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, it was a scandal. And, they had a 10-year reunion literally like a month ago. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go because I booked a job that day, which I'll tell you more about.
Okay.
Yes, please.
And I didn't get to go, but they created this event because it was such a thing.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a major thing, and I'm happy to be part of history now.
Right.
So
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
all right.
Yes,
you
one for the
definitely
books,
are
yeah,
because
yeah.
it was everywhere.
It was.
everywhere.
It
I remember
was.
that. Wow.
Well, you heard about it?
Oh, I definitely heard about it. I remember it was all over.
We were called the
All
infamous
over.
96. That was our title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it takes. You
Yeah.
know, needs.
Absolutely.
We need to change things, and the only way to
Absolutely.
do that is to step out and put it out there, put it out in history.
Be vocal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. So that's good. So I love that you're involved. You're very involved, and I love that. When I was going to say, when we saw you at that hosting event, it was beautiful to see young women, especially nowadays, how we view young women, or
Right.
maybe
Wow.
how they're portrayed
Yeah.
in a more negative light in social media, on TV. It's almost just like, what are they doing? How come they're not being positive? How come it's all about the money? How come it's all about what I can get from him, what I can get from her? That's all we see. Our culture, at least, seems to be,
Right.
inundated with. And so to see you up there in a positive light, and there was in the event there was all sorts of mixtures.
It was. I love that diversity.
It was great diversity, but to see you in that positive light was just, I really felt proud. I didn't even know you, but I felt
Right.
proud because it was wonderful to see that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's. Is he with your Facebook? That's so funny.
Oh yeah, Jarvis is going to do his
Oh, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So let's just ignore him. Yeah, don't even pay
I'm like,
attention.
oh my God, there's my face. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because, I don't want to say too many things out loud publicly,
Yeah.
but, I see friends and family,
Yeah.
just like, it's like, guys, like, come on, and I had this question recently. I was interviewed and she said, "Are you innately positive?" And I said, "No, I'm not.
Okay.
I work on it.
Okay.
But I am innately motivated. I am innately hardworking, and I am innately passionate. And I think I'm not going to sit here and say being quote unquote positive is easy because it's not. And I don't necessarily believe in that either. Like being positive is kind of like a hoax. It's like a scam. Like there is no being positive. It's just a choice to live your life, by taking responsibility of everything you do and, being a leader for yourself first and then those around you in whatever way that looks for you, And so that's just the way I've chosen to now live my life moving forward. And so it is frustrating for me because I also need to watch not judging people either, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone is where they're at.
Right.
But I also believe that just a couple shifts can really change the way people live their lives and also the way they end up presenting themselves as well, especially on social media.
Right. Looking at your background, so to kind of go back
Our
a little
cases
bit.
are like matched.
I know, isn't that cool?
A lot
my
of people have those
God.
cases, and I want one.
But just to go back a little bit to bring up to forward. So there was a journey, I'm sure, for you to get to where you are now. So you've hosted, you were a cheerleader. So what was your passion before? What was your journey? What were your dreams to where you're pursuing it and you're pursuing now?
Well, I started off as a dancer.
Okay.
So my mom put me in dance. I was 5, I was like, ballet and hip hop, ironically, 2 very opposing styles.
Right.
And that's what I was doing at 5. And I didn't really know any better. And I kept doing it. And I think I took a liking to it. And I started to get really good. By like 10, I was doing like fouetté turns. And by 12, I was on point. And, it just sort of took a form of its own, I want to say. And then I kind of was just there. And not that I didn't love it, because I did, but it was like an arranged marriage.
Okay.
And so I felt that I needed to, give it justice by at least seeing what it would be like to be professional. And so at UCLA, I double majored. So I double majored with fine arts. And then I decided to go study at Debbie Allen, and then I was like, oh, let's see. I love sports. Let me then go cheerlead for either an NFL or NBA team.
Okay.
Because I didn't really want to be in a ballet. I didn't know what I was doing that. I didn't want to be on a hip hop team, or I didn't want to be on tour with artists. I was like, ugh, I don't want to do any of that. So I was like, let me go shake some pom-poms and do some pirouettes and leap around and go to really cool professional games.
You found your niche.
Yeah.
And I did. So I decided to, because I knew that it was competitive. I was like, I'm just going to try out for every team until I make one.
Nice.
So then I started up north and was going to go down, and I made the 49ers. That was the first NFL team that I tried
was the
out
first
for.
one?
Oh,
Okay.
awesome.
There you go.
Of 500 girls, give or take, that audition every year. So
And how many made it?
it's 30. 30.
Out of 500 girls?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, awesome.
So it's cool. And I was
Yes.
also going to school full time at UCLA.
Okay.
Wow.
So everyone's always like, how'd you do that? I'm like, I don't know, because I lost my mind.
Yeah, well, Kate, yeah.
I lost my mind, literally. I think I was a little bit depressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what am I doing? I was maybe 20. I was really young at the time.
So did you take a break from classes and then?
No, I just figured it out. I was living in both places. I was Thursday, Friday, I would go, up to the Bay and then come back down.
Yeah.
And then Sunday night, so then I was here for a class.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But then I also had a part-time job. I was a peer counselor for AAP, which is the Academic Advancement Program at UCLA. So it's minorities, minorities. It's also for gender and I don't know. Basically, I don't want to say disimpoverished, but communities that maybe don't have as fair or equal resources.
Got it, yeah.
So I used to peer counselor and tutor, and I was super busy. I didn't have a life. But what's great about it was almost like a foreshadowing of what my life will still look like in the future once I'm really making it.
Right.
Because I was literally jumping on a plane every week. It's and I'm this is, and to this day, I think that's been the hardest, that was the most challenging time of my life.
Wow.
And even on a busy week, I don't think anything compares to that. Does that make sense?
I can't even imagine.
Well,
I mean, at least it's in the same state, but still.
But it's still two different lives.
It's like 5 hours away. You're saying you're driving up there and
driving and flying. And so, once I like have a book and I'm on a book tour and then I'm at my talk show, then I'll know it's like again.
Right.
I'm like, I've done this before.
I've lived this life. This is deja vu. Where do you need me now?
Exactly.
You have a friend, Bianca Lopez says, "Yay, go Dionna."
Oh, yay. Okay. I feel bad because I totally did not promote it. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm usually really good at being my own publicist.
Right.
We've got some people tuning in here. Bubba, hi Bubba. Bubba Ganter.
Hey, Bubba.
And he said, "Hey, beautiful ladies," or should I say, "3 beautiful
I kind of
ladies."
wanna like Insta Live it, or what? It's
Do
like
what you want.
Snapchat. Jeez, what is
Hi,
this?
Dila. Hi, Dila.
Hi, Dila.
She says being positive is a choice, and it is.
Yes, it totally is.
Definitely.
It's totally power of thought and words and all of that.
Yes.
Very
absolutely.
real. So let's
Absolutely.
do a little. Hey guys, tune in on Facebook Live. The link's in the bio. Love you.
Little impromptu. Let's go.
You know
Do
what?
it. I love it.
No, I absolutely love it. But this is what we get with the millennials.
Right.
Seriously, they are
That's
multitasking.
true. Yeah.
My
Social
son
media.
is just ridiculous with his multitasking abilities, and Dionna is no different at all. So you've been a spokesmodel as well
Yes.
for
Let's
some
talk about
high-end
that.
brands too as well. Like,
Yes,
how did you get
I-
into all that?
So great question. We'll stay on target here. Such a millennial. I'm like,
You like
We're tracking. We're tracking, girl. You go wherever you want to. We'll
Exactly.
follow.
okay. So it was interesting, and I'll try not to make this a long story, but basically, I remember this day. It was an afternoon. Post 49ers, and I'm sitting. So there's second position. I'm not sure if you're familiar with ballet. It's like second position, but I was doing a stretch in second with my legs out, and so gravity pulls your legs down, and you put your butt up against a wall, and you let your legs fall down.
Right.
It really hurts.
Yes, it does.
And I was sitting like that, doing my stretch as usual. I naturally have a really great turnout from years of dancing, so that was like the one thing that I was like.
You're proud of that.
So I would work on it because I'm like, I don't want that to ever go away. And so I remember having this moment where I started crying because I was like, I think I fell out of love with dance.
Oh.
And I did. I cried literally by myself in the apartment. And it was great because it was also like this release. Anytime you break up with anyone or anything, it's also exciting because that's something, the new doors and new opportunities open.
Right.
So, that was that day, and I had a couple more days similar to that. And I just, I fell into hosting. A friend of mine told me about auto shows. Okay. So I flew myself to Detroit. I auditioned for GM, General Motors, and I had no experience doing any speaking stuff at all. Wow. Memorized the copy and went in there and did it. And I was like, "Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chevrolet." And da da da. And I was just I just was really good. And he's like, "Wow." So I was a presenter right away.
Okay.
And that started it. And then I started getting coaching here in LA. I went to, I don't know if you guys watched MTV in the 90s. They're the different VJs.
Oh, yeah.
So Dallas Leon, she was a Puerto Rican girl. She was on for about 5 years.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I remember
So
her.
she was my first coach. She's Puerto Rican. She's a little crazy. I think she'll be fine if I said that. So it was intense. And, I had a lot of work to do, and then I also started acting at the same time and just kind of seeing where I fit. If that makes sense. And so I decided to kind of go the hosting route, and I was still in class. I would kind of do acting class and scene study as well, but I was really focusing on hosting, and that kind of is what happened. And I guess since 2012 or so, I just after college and all that, I've just been going for it. And probably I'd say the last couple years, I've been doing a lot of work on myself and have kind of really committed because obviously auto show took up a lot of my time. So I was kind of doing that and industry stuff. Okay. So it was a little challenging. And now recently, last 2-3 years or so, it's been I'm figuring it out. I don't really know how, money's up and down. I'm just but this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
So it's been a journey. And the last year, commercials have picked up for me. I've been really focusing on commercials and using all my hosting experience and spokesperson spots, which is a whole nother thing as well. And I didn't really know that. So I've been just taking different classes and constantly staying hungry. And, it's just kind of been evolving. I don't know, you know.
That's a beautiful thing, and that's what I wanted to talk about too, because you said staying hungry. But what got me when you said I just picked up and flew to Detroit to go audition for Chevrolet and all of that, I'm like, you know how much guts and courage that takes for people to do. A lot of people cannot even step out of a routine. They maybe go to Starbucks one day and they pass they'll pass the little coffee shop here at Mom and Pop because they love Starbucks. But you flew across the country. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm going to go for it. And that's what I love about our show, because we want people to see people like you, hear people like you, because so many people are fearful or have doubts. They have dreams, they have goals, or the thing internally, we have those inklings where, look, if you listen to yourself inside, something says move, something says go. Even though you may not have the experience, you may not have what it takes. Maybe that person, no one knows you exist on that side of the world. Right. But something inside of you said go, and you went. And a lot of people don't obey that.
They talk themselves out of it.
Right. So I love that. So I just love that, because you just, even in your maintaining yes, which we can get to, but you were just saying do it. There is all that, what we know is worry, fear, and doubt.
It's true.
And
so I'm wondering, I want to ask her, I'm wondering, because in reading your bio, I know that you said you lived around the world, traveled all around the world. How much did that play into it? Because if that's your life, if you grew up that way, then you're not really fearful of too much, because if you're changing your location and, you got to adapt to every location that you go to, unless, I don't know, you want to be a hermit, but it had to have some sort of effect on how you live your life and the freedom that you feel within.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was actually going to bring that up, so I'm glad you did. Sure. I mean, absolutely. My dad is a former FBI agent. And so I had a really interesting upbringing. He's also black, and there were like no black people in the FBI at that time. It was like less than 3%.
Wow.
And then not to mention, he just accomplished a lot of things really quickly as a young black man. So we moved a lot. And it definitely played a huge role in my guts and courage, because I just like saw him and thought that was normal, which it's not. But at the same time, it's funny, as you were talking just now, I was like, geez, I feel like I haven't really done anything too ballsy lately. Like, I was like, kind of starting having a little self, beat up moment there, which I get to get out of. Right. But I think also because like everything I want to do is in LA. So I think maybe that's why I haven't moved around as much. Like I think, or taken as many risks in terms of like geographically moving myself. Right. Just because like a lot's here. And then like New York is obviously a love of mine. And I think I get to take some risk with that. Oh I would love to be bi-coastal. Totally going to create that.
Exactly. Yes. Me too.
Yes. All three. Yes. We should just go. Run out of place now. We can split it.
Let's do it.
New York.
I'm ready. Well, I got to make some body butters first, but y'all are ready.
Make some body. I got to sell some books. Right.
Yes.
We can get this done.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So definitely that played a huge role. And I think, like listening to the inner voice and like God talking to you or the universe or whatever you want to call it, is key. Like when you don't listen, like you pay for it.
You sure do. Wow.
You pay for it.
That's big.
That's
big, because you miss opportunities.
But do you know you pay
blessings.
for it? Do people know that they're paying for it? Do they get that?
Oh, they know eventually. Even if it's like on their deathbed, they get it.
Eventually.
Yes. You're so right. And I was going to say, because I do. When I miss certain things and I think about it later, I'm like, I was supposed to do that. I know I was. Or I missed that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, that's huge.
Yeah.
I'm just, it's funny as we're talking, because I feel like I've just come a long way, and I listen now, and I totally fall back into old patterns, but it's just such a quick little shift, and I'm just, I'm really proud of myself, and I think that there's something to be said about acknowledging yourself too. It's not arrogance, it's not any of that. It's just like, I love who I am, and I'm happy to be where I am, because I know that yesterday I wasn't here.
Wow.
And
I love it.
So there's just like, I'm learning how to really,
and I feel that from you. I feel that.
Yeah, exactly.
She's not just saying it. You know what I mean? Like I feel
that.
I'm learning how to have compassion for myself, because I really struggle with that. as much as my dad is very inspiring, he was very tough on us. And I think that's had a lot of effects on me as a woman.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm moving out of that. I'm like, you know, thank you for the time being, but that doesn't serve me anymore.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You know, I'm like, I'm going to love myself and I'm going to be
Right.
gentle and kind.
So you have siblings?
I have an older brother.
Okay.
Who I love very much, who's also struggled with the same thing. And so we're super close. And he's actually graduating from the Air Force next week.
Awesome. Give him a shout out. What's his name?
Chad Chambers.
All right, Chad.
Congratulations, Chad.
Congratulations.
Temporarily off Facebook though, because
Okay.
you know, clearance reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I'll be back. He's like almost 6'7". He's just so wonderful.
Wow.
He's like, we're so close.
Aw.
I was telling someone today, I was like, this might sound funny, but I believe that soulmates are not just like intimate lovers. I believe that like, so I believe like my
relatives.
brother's like one of my soulmates.
Yes, I think April's one of mine because
yeah.
we're just
Totally.
so
yeah,
close,
I
you know?
totally
Yeah.
sense that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I thought about the other day. I was like, we are just. It's
some
just
things
too,
are just uncanny.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just things just make too much sense. Like it makes over sense.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
that even makes sense. You know what I mean? It's so
Maybe we were husband and wife in another lifetime.
That's weird.
Yes.
That's
no,
weird.
I totally believe
That's weird. Now that's weird. You had me till that part. Don't want to think about that.
Or brothers.
Well, who
I
was
don't
the
know.
man? Huh? Who was the man? You. Call me out like that. Masculine energy. All right.
Probably
whatever.
not because you called it out, so probably it's the
Oh,
other
it could
way
have been
around.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. So I just,
But yeah, that makes a lot of sense,
Yeah.
Dionna.
yeah, he's just like, I love him so much. And like, I feel like, you know, we've done a lot of, so not to like be promoting all these other, you know, things, but, you know, we did do a program called MITT. It's, I don't know if you've heard of Landmark. They're all like self-awareness, like transformational workshops.
Oh,
So when
nice.
I did it, my brother did it. My mom did it, and we all just got super close because we got to like deal with all the stuff from our past and just like forgive each other and just practice like self-love and
Huge.
so we just got like, I mean, even like more close, like on an energetic spiritual level, and like we cried together like as adults. It's just like it was so powerful. So now I'm just like, oh my God, my brother's amazing, and I love him so much, and you know, and I'm just like, I just have his back, and you know, I've just been like,
That's
you know,
wonderful.
got a banner made and got shirts made, and like I got buttons with his face made.
Like
and
Team Us.
I'm like Team Chambers in the house,
right,
you know.
that's right.
And everyone's like, but isn't that? His wife's like, that's a lot. And I'm like, she's like, but thank you so much for doing that. And I'm like,
She's all like, watch the sister-in-law.
no, she's great.
No, I'm
She's
kidding.
totally had Chad's
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Like, so, like I mean, honestly, I see her
Yeah.
really like I see who she really is, and
Yeah.
it's we all have our we all have our roles.
Right.
Yeah, we do. We
And
do.
I'm also a Leo, so I'm extremely like protective
Yeah.
and a little controlling.
Our mom is a Leo.
Yeah, our mama.
Really?
Yeah.
A
She
Leo?
is. She's a
And
Leo.
those
yeah.
adjectives describe her. Love you, mama.
Hi, mama.
That's so funny. Yeah, I'm just a ball of fire.
It's a beautiful thing.
yes.
Jarvis, did we get the break? Did we miss the break? Did we miss it? Are we here? Are we break time? Okay. I'm so like into this
I know.
conversation. I'm like, did he even hold up his finger?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
he did.
did?
He was like,
Yeah.
so we're breaking right now.
Yeah, we're about to take a break. So
Okay.
we will come back to this wonderful conversation. And when we do come back, we're going to talk more about your motivational speaking. That's going to be fun.
Yes.
I wanna do
All
that.
right. So please stay tuned. Come right back with Dionna Chambers.
Did you know that your skin is your body's largest organ? And you should be aware of what you're applying to it. The more natural products you use, the better. The best place to start is with Did It For Love handmade natural body products, made with pure organic ingredients. Our Shea Body Butter Moisturizer is whipped to perfection and hydrates dry, cracked skin and protects from UV rays. Did It For Love Shea Body Butter Moisturizer is infused with essential oils. You can choose from scents like lavender, vanilla and sandalwood, white rose, and many more. Our deodorant has a fresh scent that not only works against odor, but also reduces sweat. With this toxin-free deodorant, you can feel fresh and confident all day long. You can also keep your lips healthy and kissable with our handmade lip balms. In healing and fruity scents like tantalizing peppermint to sensational green apple. Our products promote healthy, youthful-looking skin and is safe for the whole family. Vegan-friendly, cruelty-free, and gentle enough for cancer survivors and those going through treatment. Go to diditforlove.com today. Did It For Love, toxin-free for your whole family.
Welcome back to It's Time to Talk. We're having so much fun, and we sincerely thank our listeners today. Girl, you got them tuned in.
Oh, no, right?
We got them tuned in today. We got
Nate.
We got Nate. We got David Rasco.
And I didn't even promote this.
All right.
Look at you. Hey, Ken.
Hi,
Ken
Ken.
Johnson says, "Hey, ladies." He said, "What's up, Jarvis?" And we just got a full house here. So, yay.
I'm promoting again on my thing.
Hey,
Put the
promote
link in the
away. How
bio.
will they know unless we promote, which is what
Right.
we have to do nowadays. 'cause
Oh, yeah. We have to be our own
have this.
publicist.
That's it, you know? Hey,
Love it.
absolutely. So we're back. And you know what? Before the break, we were talking about how you have inspirational and motivational messages.
Yes.
You have a YouTube channel, and it's called Dream Series TV.
Yes, it is.
And you have nothing but, speaking of positive, you're like, oh, I'm not positive. That's all you are given on this
Right.
channel.
Yes.
And it's
Love it.
greatly needed. Greatly needed. And so one of your messages is, what was it, Deidre?
It was the maintain yes, right?
Yes.
I
And
love
it's a
that.
3-part series.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I guess the maintain yes is like the end of the series, right? So,
Okay.
like how to get a yes. And I go through this phase of, I think initially it's before you can just jump to like the end message, like, okay, this is where I want to end up. Like I want to end up 30 pounds lighter. There's a process.
Right,
So I
right.
decided, based on my own life experiences, I realized that like I wanted to walk people through that because it's not just like, okay, I'm positive today, and I'm going to say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not what happens. And Jada Pinkett Smith, I just saw a video was saying it was funny because she was like, I'm in a yes phase of my life, and I'm saying yes to everything, and I'm like, oh my God,
wow.
we're totally in sync.
It's huge
Yes
right now.
movement.
Shonda Rhimes, A Year of Yes, her book.
A Year of Yes,
So
exactly.
it's what's going
And
on.
that also inspired this
it's
series
out
as
there.
well.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Okay.
she was coming really from a mom place. I think that was a lot of her her TED talk was, but that was
Yes,
great too
yeah.
because she spoke to the parents and
Yes.
and I feel like my demographic is more millennial. So I was like, okay, so there's a step by step process here. We do want things right now, but you got to do the work.
Yes.
gotta
So
do the
the
work.
first part was really about like, okay, what's coming up for me? Like, why am I struggling to create yes? And like honoring that, whatever that is, whatever the negativity is, like honoring that first. And then it's like, okay, so then how do I create it now? Moving into the space of what does it mean to create yes in my life? Identifying what that is.
Right.
And then now I'm in a state of abundance and I am attracting the things that I want and I am saying yes.
Yes.
And I'm having a happy relationship right now.
Yeah, right.
And then the last part was the maintain it. Like, how do I
How do
maintain
you
it?
maintain that?
Like,
That's
what
the
do
challenge,
I
right?
what do I
is
do
the
when I
challenge.
relapse?
Right. Right.
Because you will relapse because
when you're
it's
like,
ebb and flow. It's up and down. This is a world of dualities. It's going to
Yeah.
happen. So
And what's interesting, and I want to bring this up, and hopefully it doesn't kill me. Is my boyfriend and I had like a horrible fight last night, and this is a great example of we've been having a lot of yes in our relationship. We've been communicating, like our little tiffs, like just dissolve because we're learning more about each other now, and it's like it's more yes.
Right.
But then last night it was not a yes, and it was like completely just so stupid the way it started, and and then we're like yelling at each other, and you're just like, how did we get here? And like, this is so bad. And we're both Leos, so we're both like, oh, we should break up. It's like such a
goodness.
it's such a thing,
Yes, right.
because we both were just so passionate,
Passionate,
and so there was no yes there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There was no say yes to love, say yes to vulnerability, say yes to compassion, empathy for the other person. It was all like ego, which is no, I'm right, you're wrong.
Exactly. Oh my
That
gosh.
doggone ego.
If we can
Needs
get
to
that
go.
together, yes, that
Yeah,
ego.
and it's like, so what I'm also understanding too about myself is like not to take myself so seriously. Is like we take ourselves so seriously, him and I, and it's like, yeah, we relapsed. We had a weak moment. It was not a yes. We did not maintain the yes. We totally let go of the yes because we wanted to serve our ego. And
Wait. You guys came together on that and realized
this
it
morning,
together?
yeah, we had like a meditation. I was like, dude, we're gonna meditate on the conflict last night, and we're gonna talk about it.
I
He's
love
like,
that.
okay, he's like,
That's good that he was willing to do it.
You have a conscious boyfriend.
You do.
oh, he's so conscious. But now when we're fighting, we're not conscious.
Right.
It's not conscious.
Right,
So, oh, get away from me with that crazy stuff, girl.
Yeah, it's like,
good.
like, whatever, F you.
Right.
And, no, but it's great because I think what I'm learning in this moment right now, you guys, I'm having an epiphany that like, I just think I need to not take myself so serious because
Right.
it's like, I'm not going to be perfect. Like
Right.
my girlfriend, she's into healing work. She's like, Dionna, I really want you to remove the word perfect from your vocabulary. It doesn't serve you. And I was like, I know, Sarah. And then, I'm still saying it right now. I just want so badly to be balanced. And I think that I just put myself under these like really I put a lot of pressure on myself and it doesn't
Right.
work.
Right.
And so maintaining yes to talk about that. What
Yes.
happens when you're not able to maintain yes? Like, it's so what? Like, just acknowledge it
That's exactly.
and shift. So
And
shift. I
shift.
talk a
Yeah.
lot about shifting because it's gonna happen, and like you can't lose your shit and flip
Right.
out. You just gotta be like,
Right.
okay,
Right.
this just happened.
Right.
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 I just got a parking ticket and I
That's
haven't
right.
had one for a year. Yes to that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Awesome.
You know what? So it's being aware of the
Right.
things that work, it sounds like. You know, it's really being cognizant of the things that are working instead of dwelling on the things that don't. I think when things don't work, we complain and we talk about them over and over,
So
and
you
we
keep
want to
that-
call
you
everybody
put
up
that
and we
energy
talk
on it.
and
Yeah.
then it continues
Especially
that pattern.
women. Oh my God.
Right? We're
like
bad
that.
at that. You're right.
Yeah, you picking up the phone, girl, let me tell you what happened. Girl, let me tell you what happened. And now you spend 2
I was so
hours
nervous.
talking
And then the
about
girlfriend's repeating you verbatim. Girl, did he do what? And he said what? Wait a minute. He walked in and, you know.
You
and
need to
then-
break up with
let
him,
me-
girl.
let me-
It's over. I don't know why
Right?
you're still with him.
You
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah. And the next day, we're so in love. Like you never said, like
And
you
your
never
girlfriend's
said
like,
nothing. And
"That
it
was
was
me
like,
today."
really?
Man, shade.
So-
She's hating, whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine.
But no, I get that. I get that, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a
is.
beautiful thing, and it's such a powerful message that
It is.
needs to be out there.
It is, and I think it's great. It's great timing because we can totally like tag this video with Shonda and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Right.
But yes is a thing. Yes
Yeah.
has been a thing for a long time in the motivational world. They say yes to everything,
Okay.
and obviously don't say yes to things that are dangerous or are going to get you killed. I mean, there's obviously some exceptions there, but I think even I get to practice it a little bit more often, right? Which is like, okay, today is a yes day. I'm going to say yes to everything. There's a homeless man. He's asking for food. Yes, here you go. Like whatever. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like it's, but that totally opens up
Sure.
abundance in a way you've never
absolutely.
seen before. Like it really does.
Absolutely.
I love that.
You're
I love that.
surrendering. You're free. You're not you're not limited. You're not putting limits on yourself, on the environment around you. You're receiving, you're giving, you're open. Well, you're open to receive, because you're giving. You're
Absolutely.
Like, so it's
And when you have more, you're able to give more.
Yes.
And the receiving, then obviously it's a constant cycle. You get to
Right.
receive more, you get to give more, you get to receive more,
Right.
and it's a constant thing. So
Right.
it's great. And something that I actually did want to say quickly about this work, we're obviously talking a lot about self-awareness work, is something that I feel is missing in our society, not just like my demographic, but
Yeah.
like all of us. Is like this work is missing. There's a lot of talk about what we're not doing as a society and as a culture and as a race, but there's not enough talk about what to do individually to be able to incite that change as
Amen.
a community.
Amen.
I agree.
So
I
I
agree
think it's
too.
our job to, whatever your niche is, whatever your purpose is, whatever God's path is for you,
Right.
is to like align with that, because in that alignment is you becoming aware of self, and when you're aware of self is when you can actually affect change.
Yeah, absolutely.
And-
Listen, it will solve so many problems. So
Right.
many people are walking around angry and bitter and lashing out, especially right now, lashing out at one another.
Yes.
And it's because of so many deep reasons within yourself that you're not addressing and you're not letting go. And then you're not saying yes to your own life, to your own purpose that God gave only you.
Right.
You're just not doing it. And so it's gonna go somewhere. That energy is gonna get balled up and it's gonna get, and it's
You're
just
right.
festering in so many of, I'll just say us, so many of us, because we're all here, right?
Right.
And so, yes, it's so important.
It
so
is
important.
And and I wrote in this interview recently, it's just like, it looks different for everybody, There are many religions, there are many ways. There's there's physical practice, which could be dieting and changing your diet to, that could be something that you do to incite changing yourself physically.
Right.
There's meditation, there's yoga, there's energy healers, there's Reiki, there's all sorts of things that you can do. Whatever that looks like for you. There's Christianity, but whatever it is, like, it has to be authentic to you, and you need to pick it and commit and do the work.
That's wonderful. Pick it, commit it, and do the work.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And I think if we can inspire people to each other to deal with those past wounds from our dad or our mom or our
Yes.
uncles or our
Right.
whatever,
Right.
we'd be a lot happier.
Right.
As a community.
Right.
And
So
I
it
really
needs to be
hope-
like a healing movement.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
healing movement.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's a
That's-
conscious healing
huh,
movement.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping that people out there are listening, because I love our show for so many reasons, but definitely for guests like Dionna here, because someone that's successful, and in my eyes, you are successful. You're
you.
owning who you are, you're being you, and you're going after your dreams. To me, that's success.
Right.
Because you're going to get everything that God has for
Yes,
you.
I will.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I listen to people like you.
Right.
and I don't care how old you are. You can be 2,
Right.
and you can say something from God.
Oh
You
my
know, but
gosh,
I'm
them little
listening
babies,
out
they
of
can
mouths
tell
to
you
babes,
some
right?
stuff.
I know.
Wow.
Oh my
2 to 100.
Yes.
I listen and I pay attention, especially to people who know who they are, who are successful within themselves because they've done the work. So if you are listening, and I hope you are, and you want to do some of these things, or you want to get some of these successes, and not just wake up and say, "Oh, okay, I dream of a big house, I dream of this," and because it's not just about the things,
Right.
but so many of us are dreaming of those type of things. It does take work, and why not listen to someone who is doing the work, who has done the work, who has proven successes in their life,
Right.
like this, you know.
And
So
that's why
I
we
love
have
this
wonderful
forum.
guests. We get
Absolutely.
You're
like
so
Dionna.
sweet.
No, it's true.
It's true because you think about it. If you tap into who you are, your journey, you know what God has for you. Those things. There's a Bible verse. You do what you do. Basically, stay in your lane. Those things are going to be added to you.
Absolutely.
Those money, whatever, house, whatever you want. But when you tap into your gifts, when you tap into service, when you tap into
Being in service.
being
How can I serve today? That's something Oprah says.
I know that's for
true.
me. I've known that all my life. For me, I know I'm here to serve. I've known that since a child. And so I try to maintain and walk into that. And I always think about what where are you leading me? What's
Absolutely.
the next step? So
And I think it's funny that you said that because as a leader, you're a servant, and not in a negative connotation. It's not coming from a place of like slavery, but
Right.
you are a servant of the world,
Right.
meaning you're here to change it.
Yes.
And so, Oprah says, she's like, how can I serve today? And I totally,
Right.
if we could operate more from that space of
Right.
giving,
right.
it's like everything you want will show up.
Everything.
Like you walk in,
Everything.
you take a step towards your path or on your path, and God or the universe will then open up all the other opportunities
Yes.
for you to be able to align
Yeah.
with that purpose.
I mean, and it's like a
Yes.
miracle. It's like a miracle happens when you're in that space, and and it's effortless. It
Right.
comes to you
So
effortlessly,
easy.
and you just can't even imagine how your life can change
Right.
when it starts happening for you.
And that's how you
Yeah.
know you're on your path because
Yeah.
those things, that's what you're supposed to be doing because those things just easily come to you.
Yeah, they do.
You're
easily.
greeted.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a great word.
Yeah,
Easily.
You're greeted, once you get there, you're like, oh, okay, just step in. Come on in. Step in.
Yeah.
We've been waiting on you. You know what I mean? And you're like, okay.
Effortless.
Yes,
and I
I'm
love
on
that word.
path.
It's funny you said that because I love using mantras with the word easily. Like I attract abundance easily.
Yes.
Like that
Yes.
easily
Yes.
word, right?
Yes.
I attract
Yes.
opportunities easily.
Easily,
yes.
I align with my purpose easily.
Easily, absolutely.
And it's just like creates this freedom.
Yeah.
And then you're also saying, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready
Right.
for those things to come
Exactly.
So
yes.
Yep.
in. Yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
Oh
'Cause
my gosh.
This is the best because I mean,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, when you know it yourself, and then when you meet other people that get it too,
You're
I
like,
just get so excited.
Let's go. Let's go to New York. Let's go get a place
Yeah.
together.
Let's have a conscious party, a conscious celebration
We
party.
need a
need
conscious
to.
party.
Yes. Oh, I just
we definitely
love it.
need.
So.
we got some people tuning in saying, "Hey, okay, yeah, I did give out the YouTube. People are interested in the Dream series on YouTube.
Yay!
Great things.
Awesome.
Jermaine Love. Okay, I didn't see him before.
That's my boyfriend.
Oh, okay. He said,
Oh, probably because I was talking about our relationship.
Oh,
He'll be fine.
okay.
Thanks for being conscious, Jermaine.
It was all it was all positive.
It's all
And he's
love.
very conscious. He definitely does the work.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
He's
I
like,
think
it's
that's
a
great.
total blessing to
That's-
have a partner
I
who
mean,
works on themselves.
that-
Yes.
That's huge. Because otherwise, what's the point? If- oh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you can't actually address conflict together and resolve
Yeah.
it, then you're
Right.
kind of wasting each other's time. I hate to
Right.
say it like that because I don't think anything's a waste of time.
Right.
But it's time that could be spent somewhere else
Right.
with someone
exactly.
Yeah.
else. So
So this is awesome. So what else do you have coming up? We know you're Leo, so your birthday is next month. It's not a July.
I'm not
Leo,
I
you're
am
August.
an August
Okay.
Leo, and I'm actually like a little cuspy Virgo, but I'm still a true Leo. Let's be
Okay.
real.
She rolls her eyes.
Clearly, have you not seen my mean? No, I love Virgos, but there's some aspects of the Virgo that I'm like that I totally have, and I think I'm just like. But there's things about Leo that aren't necessarily that don't serve me too. So, anyways, so I was hinting at it. I do have like a press situation coming out in August. I can't talk too much about it, but I'm really excited about it because it is totally along these lines.
Okay.
Okay.
And so anyone who's listening, like, please tune into my Instagram at Dionna Chambers and Facebook because I'll be announcing that next month, and I can't wait to share it with everybody. It's very personal, so I won't say the outlet or any of that, but I'm really, really excited. And then I'm also the spokesperson for the new video for a company called Trove.
Okay.
They are an on-demand insurance company.
Okay.
And so basically, if you're going to the airport tomorrow and you're going off for 4th of July and you want to insure your camera, if you're a photographer, or if you just have one for fun, you can literally press the app and insure it on the go. So it's on-demand insurance for
nice.
things.
Oh, that's
valuable
pretty cool.
things.
That's pretty cool.
So it hasn't come out yet. I believe it's okay for me to announce this. But I'm really excited because the video is like going to be everywhere, and it was like a full-on thing, and I'm like, yeah, this is why I'm in LA. Like, I'm here to be a communicator. And it was great. I think every time you go on set, you learn something new about yourself, and it's a great playground for learning. Oh my goodness. Wow. Especially when you're the talent, or a director, or whatever role, bigger roles, if you want to call them that. I don't want to say bigger, but anytime you feel like you've been upgraded, let's just say, and you're on set and you're in that role that you actually want to be in.
Right.
Crazy learning lessons. So I'm really excited about that, and I will definitely be sharing that when that comes out. And just like, I'm super excited.
You should be.
Yes, you should. I love your energy, your positivity.
Oh,
I mean, it's just, I love when we, just going back to the event, just how you took command of like the panel and stuff at the Chic event. I was like, April, we walked in, we're like, we got to get her on the show. So, and I'm so happy we did. So.
And I would love to come back.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, you are always welcome back.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Your family now.
Yes.
So give out your social media information, websites, and all that good stuff, so people can.
So the main sort of like mother hub is my website. Obviously, it's DionnaChambers.com. That's DIONNA Chambers.com. And then I love Facebook. Don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely like very much on Instagram. That's kind of like my number one social media platform. So that's just my name at Dionna Chambers. And I also usually post the latest blog from Dream Series TV. In the link option is usually that YouTube link. Right now it's the Facebook Live video for this, but I'll switch it back. And I'm really excited. Really quick, there's a brand called Covet Crate. It's like a women entrepreneurial based box, and they send out different items every month. I've partnered up with them for July, so it's all about reinventing yourself. So my next series for July will be all about reinventing yourself. So I'm excited about that. So you'll find that stuff on Instagram, and I'll be doing a contest as well.
Awesome.
So.
Okay, well, we have reached the end of the show.
Yeah.
We thank you so much for tuning in. We thank you, Dionna Chambers, and we thank you for tuning in, like I said just now. And we are on iHeartRadio, and
remember,
Spreaker, and iTunes, and
your conversation is your affirmation, so say yes.
we're even on it. Sorry.